was going to make a friendly amendment, but I don't actually see the point. It had to do with possibly removing the part about rescinding the shelter crisis, but the shelter crisis that we declared is going to terminate all by itself in the next 2.5 months. So I don't know that makes that big a difference. So
can you explain that?
Yeah, when we declared it was for a certain period of time, and it ends in June or July, I forget which one, automatically. June 30th.
June 30th, yeah.
So it's only good for another couple months anyway, so I don't know if it's going to make a difference, so I'm not going to ask for the friendly amendment.
All right.
But I will call the question. You have
motions
on the floor.
I know. And I have a question for our city attorney real quick, too. Can we rescind the shelter crisis through a motion on an issue that's separate from discussion point from that?
You can, and also you have to. The question was called, so you need to act on that.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I'm just want to make sure that we're legally making a correct motion.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
But
you can undo what you did. That's
no. I understand that, but I just would. Okay. Just seems.
As what you're asking, Mayor Coolidge, can this be done tonight? We take the vote, suddenly the shelter crisis is no longer.
No, actually, I'm asking about the legality of whether it can be placed in a motion that wasn't actually about this.
The item.
The item itself. Yeah. No, that's why I asked, but I was explaining why I asked the question. Okay.
Ms. Preston, you can repeat the motion, please?
The substitute motion, and I'm going to probably mess it up, but it's to direct staff to immediately stop working on the BMX project and start to work on other solutions. There was something about the CDBG funds. Undo the shelter crisis, seek alternative uses for those funds. There was a friendly amendment, but then Councilmember Morgan didn't actually get to make it before the conversation continued. Now he's not making that. It wasn't a friendly amendment, but the mayor asked or suggested that we wait to see the results first from the county survey before making a decision. But that's the motion that I have, and I will go back and get it.
Thank you. Can I ask a point of clarification of Councilmember Denley? When you say look at alternative uses for the funding in question, will sheltering, housing, or anything related to confronting homelessness be a part of?
Yeah, I would love to see all the options on the table so that doesn't exclude any other possible sheltering. I mean, we can hear it.
Aside from an outdoor sheltering environment?
At the BMX site.
So an outdoor sheltering environment at another site would be a viable
We could hear about it. I don't see why not.
Why is the BMX site not on that list?
All right, we had the question called, we have to go ahead and take a vote. Just legally, we have to take.
Okay. Councilmember Brown?
Absolutely not.
Councilmember Denley?
Aye.
Councilmember Huber?
No.
Councilmember Morgan?
Yes.
Councilmember Tandon?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Reynolds?
Yes.
Mayor Coolidge?
So I'm going to actually use this moment to say something real quick. Is the shelter crisis is expiring anyway, so I don't have a problem with that. Never been a fan of the BMX track because I think it's the wrong location without moving the BMX track. And if we can hear future information on CDBG funds, so I think it's easy to say yes on this. Aye.
Okay.
I'd like to make another motion.
So this one carried 5-2. And go ahead.
I'd like to move to direct staff to explore additional proposed sites for outdoor sheltering environments, particularly the site located in North Chico offered by Ed McLaughlin for the plausibility of a sanctioned campground, pellet sheltering environment, or tiny home village environment, in collaboration with the local service providers who have offered proposals to that end, and to bring these proposals back for our consideration.
Second. All right, we have a motion and a second.
Okay. Just let me get that in.
All right.
Councilmember Brown? Councilmember Denley?
No.
Councilmember Huber? Yes. Councilmember Morgan?
No, for a very specific reason. We've been down that road before and talked about airplane overflight zones and all these things, and this is when we did have a shelter crisis, and now that we have not declared one, I don't think it's a viable land anyway, so no.
Councilmember Tandon?
No.
Vice Mayor Reynolds?
No.
Mayor Coolidge?
No.
It fails 2 to 5.